We've all heard of the tragedies. An adult backs out of the driveway, not realizing a child has darted behind the car. The issue is getting increased attention from elected officials and parents who want more done to protect kids. Caroline Riddell has the story in today's Family Matters.
Well, Sue, these types of accidents are often called the bye-bye syndrome. An example, an adult leaves the house with the child still inside, but the child follows. The adult doesn't know that and starts to move a vehicle. A blind zone, a minute of distraction, and the unthinkable can quickly happen. Alec Nelson was just 16 months old when he died in his own driveway. A relative accidentally drove over the toddler, a horrific moment that has forever changed the fabric of this family.
I went into the house to get a package of diapers, and when I came out, the SUV that was parked up on the hill had moved, and I saw Alec on the driveway, and he was very severely hurt. He was gone.
According to the child safety group Kids and Cars, 222 children died in non-traffic, non-crash vehicle-related incidents in 2005. Of those, more than 100 died when backed over by a vehicle. In more than 70% of the cases, that vehicle was driven by a parent or relative. The group Kids and Cars says blind zones behind vehicles can be substantial, as shown in this public service announcement.
Check the side and rear view mirrors. Look back, ready to go. But wait. Behind the vehicle are 62 children, and not a single one could be seen.
And there is legislation being considered that would set a performance standard for what drivers should be able to detect behind their vehicles when backing up. Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton introduced the proposal in the Senate.
We need to do this, and yes, it'll be a little more expensive, but it'll save lives.
The Nelsons now have a camera system in their car, and there are other detection systems available as well. But some raise concerns about such technology. If it were mandated, aside from cost, the question, would drivers rely too heavily on such devices?
Guess what? Technology fails from time to time, and that's when you'd have another tragic accident.
The corner of her driveway brings back difficult memories for Susan Oriema.
I heard her screaming and stopped the car.
Susan's daughter, Kate, then 3½, had darted into the driveway without her mom knowing. Susan backed up the car, hitting her little girl. Though Kate was initially covered in blood, she survived with just minor injuries. Susan now tells the story, hoping it will prevent other accidents.
As a parent, realizing that you've hit your child, and here she is, she's bleeding, she's screaming and crying, and you don't know what's really happened because you didn't really see. She looked at me, she said, "Mommy, Mommy, why did you hit me?" She said, "You hit me 2 times. Why did you hit me with the car?"
Bill and Adrian Nelson don't publicly identify the driver in the accident that killed their son, saying only it was a close family member. They explain there's no point in assigning blame. Instead, they try to educate others.
If you think about every time you go in reverse, how many times a day can you really see what's behind you?
Still, the pain from that April day in 2004 is raw for Bill and Adrian. Their blue-eyed boy with the easy laugh gone in a flash. Alec will never know his little sister, the baby born after his death. He will never play with his older siblings, Derek and Sonia. And it is the nevers that are so constant and heartbreaking.
Derek, the other day, was having so much fun playing video games, and he just came to me and he broke down and he said, "Mama, all I wanted to do was teach him how to play video games." So it's all the time.
The Nelsons feel very strongly safety technology can save lives, but there are also some common sense rules adults should follow. Know where your children are, check behind and around your car before moving it, and teach kids never to stand behind vehicles even if they're parked. Remember, young children don't always understand. Though they can see a grown-up, the grown-up doesn't necessarily see them. And for more information, check out our website, WNBC.com. Click on Family Matters.
Well, now, you know, this is a stunning report. I mean, that many people involved in this. Now, you're a parent. What did you take out of this report?
Well, I have to say that this was something, you know, you do so many things to keep your kids safe, but this was something that was not on my radar, and I have changed since I met those families.
Well, how did you change?
Because before, I had always taught my children about crossing the street and looking both ways, and I hold their hands, but I'd never really talked to them about parked cars and the danger of being around a parked car and not understanding that a parked car can move suddenly. And I have completely changed that now. We talk about it, and I don't let them anywhere near the driveway when someone is coming in or out.
Well, hopefully this report opens some eyes and, sort of startle people like it startled you. All right, Carolyn, thank you. Linda?
All right.